They made us laugh. They brought joy to millions. But behind the scenes, their real stories ended in tragedy, silence, and heartbreak. The beloved TV dad died with barely a headline. A teen idol passed away alone in a trailer park. These are the 7 Happy Days stars we loved, and the painful, hidden truths behind how they left us. If one of these names meant something to you, hit like. Let's keep their memory alive. 1. Tom Bosley, Howard Cunningham. He was the heart of the Cunningham family, the wise, calm father who made every viewer feel like they were home. Tom Bosley didn't just play Howard, he was Howard, but his legacy went far beyond Happy Days. Long before the sitcom fame, Bosley won a Tony Award for his role in the Broadway hit Fiorello and went on to appear in Murder, She Wrote, Father Dowling Mysteries, and dozens of television dramas. He wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, but he was deeply respected in the industry. Off-screen, Bosley lived a quiet life, dedicated to his work and family. In October 2010, he passed away at the age of 83 from lung cancer. There were no big headlines, no national tribute. He simply faded out, just as gently as he had always lived. A life of grace, a career of consistency, and a reminder that the greatest roles sometimes belong to the kindest souls. Did you ever wish your dad was more like Howard? Or maybe he was. Tell me in the comments. 2. Erin Moran, Joanie Cunningham. Joanie Cunningham was every teenager's sister. Fun, lively, a little rebellious. But Erin Moran's real life was nothing like her on-screen charm. She rose fast, starring not just in Happy Days, but in The Love Boat, Joanie Loves Chachi, and guest appearances on nearly every top TV show of her era. But when the fame dimmed, Erin's world collapsed. She struggled with depression, money, addiction. She lived in trailers, sometimes in her car. Reports were messy. Headlines were cruel. In 2017, at just 56, Erin passed away from stage 4 throat cancer, alone, in a trailer park in Indiana. Her fall from stardom was heartbreaking but also deeply human. She never lashed out, never blamed anyone. Behind the sparkle, behind the gossip, was a woman who quietly kept fighting. Her smile on screen was real, and so was her pain. It wasn't all darkness. Some stories gave us hope. Others became legends. Not every story ends in sadness and begin in suffering, but shine beyond expectation. 3. Pat Morita, Arnold. He made us laugh with his sly comebacks as Arnold, the diner owner on Happy Days. But Pat Morita's journey to stardom was long, painful, and nearly impossible. As a child, he was diagnosed with spinal tuberculosis and spent nearly 10 years in a full-body cast. He went from hospital beds to World War II internment camps, yet somehow he kept his sense of humor. In Hollywood, he was typecast, stereotyped, told he didn't belong, but he proved them wrong. He became Mr. Miyagi, a global icon, and the first Asian American actor nominated for an Oscar in a major role. Behind the camera, Morita battled alcoholism, racial discrimination, and emotional wounds that never fully healed. In 2005, at age 73, he died from kidney failure. But what he left behind was bigger than any role. He broke barriers, made us laugh, and turned pain into power. 4. A.L. Molinaro, Al Del Vecchio. He wasn't a leading man, he didn't deliver punchlines, but Al Molinaro was the glue that held Arnold's Diner and a part of Happy Days together. With his gentle eyes and slow, deliberate voice, he became a symbol of calm in the chaos. Before Happy Days, he was Murray the cop on The Odd Couple, and after, he starred in dozens of commercials, always as himself. Off-screen, Al refused roles that didn't align with his values. He never chased fame. He once said, "I'm not a celebrity. I'm a working actor who got lucky." In 2015, he passed away at 96. No drama, no spectacle, just peace. just Al. He may not have made headlines, but he made people feel safe. And that, sometimes, is the greatest gift of all. 5. Beatrice Colen, Marcia Sims. She was sharp, funny, and rebellious even in just a handful of episodes. As Marcia Sims, Beatrice Colen stood out, but her talent went deeper than sitcoms. She was the granddaughter of Pulitzer Prize-winning playwright George S. Kaufman. She acted in Wonder Woman, The Odd Couple, and brought a magnetic energy to every scene she stepped into. And yet, the roles stopped coming, not because of talent, but because Hollywood didn't know what to do with her type of brilliance. In 1999, at just 51, Beatrice died from lung cancer. She left behind a son, a husband, and a legacy that was never given its full chance. She had so much more to say. And if time had allowed, we would have listened. Ever seen one of these actors live on stage? Or bumped into them in real life? I'd love to hear your story. 6. Gavin OHurle, Chuck Cunningham. Chuck Cunningham, Richie's older brother, was part of Happy Days until he wasn't. No explanation, no goodbye, just gone. It became a running joke in TV history, the Chuck Cunningham syndrome. But behind that character was actor Gavin OHurle, who chose to walk away. He left Hollywood to build a career in Europe, starring in films like Death Wish 3, Willow, and playing complex villains on the British stage. He built a real career just far from the spotlight. In 2021, he passed away at age 70. No cause of death was ever shared. No big tributes followed. Like Chuck, Gavin slipped away quietly. But for those who watched closely, his story wasn't a punchline. It was a reminder that not every exit is loud. Some are just gone. But not every disappearance was tragic. One changed television forever. 7. Robin Williams, Mork. He came in upside down and changed television forever. Robin Williams as Mork from Ork only appeared in one Happy Days episode, but it was all he needed. That single performance launched Mork, Mindy, and with it, a career that touched the world. Dead Poets Society, Good Will Hunting, Aladdin, Mrs. Doubtfire. He was unstoppable until he wasn't. In 2014, Robin took his own life at age 63. At first, the world was stunned. Then came the real reason: Lewy body dementia, a degenerative brain disease that robbed him of thought, clarity, and hope. It was misdiagnosed as Parkinson's. By the time they knew, it was too late. Robin made the world laugh, but inside, he was hurting more than anyone knew. He burned brightly, loved deeply, and left a silence that still echoes today. They made us laugh. They gave us comfort. Now, they live on in memory, reruns, and the stories we share. Drop a name below. Tell us who meant the most. And if you ever watched Happy Days with someone you loved, send them this video. Let them remember too. Subscribe for more stories that matter.